The biggest stories on the Huffington Post are the ones you are clicking on. Today, that includes Reese Witherspoon's arrest. Yes, the actress was arrested and jailed early Friday morning in Atlanta with her husband, Jim Toth. Toth was charged with a DUI, and according to the police report, Witherspoon had this to say. Mrs. Witherspoon asked, "Do you know my name?" I answered, "No, I don't need to know your name." I then added, "Right now." Mrs. Witherspoon stated, "You're about to find out who I am." Mrs. Witherspoon also stated, "You're going to be on national news." I advised Mrs. Witherspoon that was fine. I love this.
That's a great way to handle police. You know what I mean? Do you know who I am? Right.
Do you ever do that? Do you watch HuffPost Live?
Yeah, it didn't work so well for me. They'd be like, "No, we don't watch HuffPost Live." No, but she didn't get like hurt by police. They didn't yell at her. They weren't even really doing anything with her, right?
Yeah, and you were most offended that she was driving around in a...
She was in a Ford Focus. To me, that's a real issue. I mean, drunk driving is a bad thing. But being an international celebrity in a Ford Focus, questionable.
I want to bring up this tweet from Kamal who says, "Legally Blonde, right? Wow, you can go." That was the way it was supposed to say. Have you ever seen True Beverly Hills?
Yes, I'm old.
Okay, well, there's the part where the one girl is on the way to the troop meet, and she goes, her dad gets pulled over, and he's this famous boxer, and she goes, "Excuse me, officer, do you know who this man is? He's the best, the greatest, my dad." And that is what this reminded me of.
But he got away.
She saw that movie in her mind.
Right.
Well, because he was speeding. In this case, a DUI, as you said, is really serious.
Yeah, it's serious.
It needs to be handled seriously, and you should know that when you're pulled over for it.
And she says to the guy, "This is going to be a national story," as if he's the one that's going to be embarrassed. Like the cop is going to get in trouble. She's the one who's screwing up, or her husband was. I mean, maybe I think she was just drunk.
I want to pull up these comments from our community because I think they really nailed it. John Shaw saying, "But she is the actress you'd expect to stick up for her man."
True.
And this one from Laura who says, "Disrespecting the police department is not a good example for her children or her fans. She was embarrassed, she was caught, and took it out on a man just doing his job." And Reese clearly realized that when she released an apology late Sunday that said she was, quote, "deeply embarrassed," and confessed that she, quote, "was disrespectful to the officer who was just doing his job. I have nothing but respect for the police, and I am very sorry for my behavior."